That's why I didn't call you.
Okay.
Okay. Anything I need to know before I start the lesson?
I don't think so. Everything is normal. Okay.
Everything is normal. Okay. That's great. Thank you, Mrs. Ha. Come in. Okay. Huang Ang, how are you?
Well, besides my patches, I think I have been having a great week.
Oh, good. So is your cold better? You had a cold last week.
Oh, it's been yeah, particularly better, but I still have some later circumstances though.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's great. Vietien, Chao Gon.
Hello, hello, teacher.
How are you, Vietien?
Not fine, thank you.
Not fine. What? Why? What is the matter?
I've had a fever.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling better, but
Mm-hmm.
my voice is not back to normal, and I
Right.
still have a sore throat.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, well, obviously just take it easy during the lesson. Do you have a headache?
No, I don't have a headache.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you could make the lesson. That's great, Viet Tien. Chung Hu, Sin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Chung Hu?
Fine, I guess.
Good, good. I'm glad you are fine. So, Huang Ang,
Yeah.
I've been reading online this week about a lot of flooding in central Vietnam. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing that a lot on the news.
Yeah, so it sounds very serious. Places like, well, Hue, Hoi An, Da Nang.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone in any of these places, Huang An?
Well, sadly, I've nobody in the
You
region.
don't know. Okay, that's probably good. So none of your relatives live there. That's good. That's good. What about you, Viet Tien?
Uh,
Do
no,
you
I
know
don't
anyone
think.
who lives in the flooding area?
No, I don't know anyone.
Okay. What about you, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who lives in the center of Vietnam?
No, sorry. I
Oh,
don't know any.
okay, that's good you have no relatives or family there. As I was just saying, looking at the videos online looks terrible, very serious. A lot of people lose their houses, and obviously not good. Not good for the people who live in those areas. Very sad. Not a good time to go on holiday to uh, somewhere like that, like Hoi An, or even, I guess, Nha Trang. How is the weather this week in Hanoi, Huang An?
Well, I could say it's been better though, but it's still cold.
Still cold, is it? Well, what about rain? Any rain?
Oh, of course we had rain. We had a we had a like a constant raining in like 3 days.
Really? Constant raining for 3 days. For 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow. And so any flooding in Hanoi or not too bad?
Well, the raining amount isn't enough to make a flood, but
Okay.
it is still wet though.
Right. Is it raining today?
Well, what I see now is the sky is pretty clear, so I guess it's not.
Hmm. Oh, good, good. Well, I will be coming there in 3 weeks to Hanoi, and so I hope the weather is better by then. I don't, hopefully, it won't rain too much when I'm there, and hopefully, it won't be too cold either. What is the temperature, Viet Tien, today in Hanoi? Do you know?
Uh, as I see is about. Wait, what? in Hanoi.
Mm-hmm.
Why the I see is pretty cold on my phone is 19 Celsius, but as I feel now is maybe like 23 or 25, I think.
23, 25. Okay. Oh,
I
that's not
think the
so bad.
phone is not
That's not too
calculating
cold.
it. Yes,
Yeah,
it's not too cold.
not cold. So, oh, that's good. Where I am at the moment in Christchurch, today is about 16. So it's still colder here. Okay, good. So we're almost ready to start. Ding Lam, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ding Lam?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good, good. Okay, thank you for turning your camera on. Everyone turn their camera on, please, for the start of the lesson. Nguyen Pham. Chao Gon. No, can't hear me at
Hello,
the moment.
teacher.
How are you, Nguyen?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Okay, Huang Ang, I can see you. Ding Lam, I can see you. Viet Tien, is your camera working? And Chung Hu and Fu Quang. Hello, Fu Quang, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, Fu Quang, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Ah, that's better. That's better now. Now I can hear you. Okay, can everyone turn their camera on, please? Chung Hu, thank you. I can see you. Viet Tien, is your camera working this week? Fu Quang, is your camera working? I hope it can get it working one day. I'm seeing when your camera is not working. All right. Okay, we'll get started, everyone. Welcome to class for today. It's great to see you again. Like I was saying a couple of minutes ago, looking forward to seeing you in person when I come to Hanoi in about 3 weeks. One of the things I'm going to be talking about when I come to Hanoi, I want to be able to teach you how you can teach yourselves. So Mrs. Ha and myself, Bak Ha and myself, we of course can only be with you some of the time. You need to be able to teach yourself if you want to improve more quickly. So today, I'm going to be showing you how you can do that. We've already been practicing some of these things over the last couple of weeks, but I will show you in a bit more detail how you can teach yourself, how you can listen to students talking online, doing the Ielts test, and also look at students writing and how you can analyze their writing so you can improve your own writing. I hope that makes sense. All right, before we start, does anyone have any questions for me? Okay. First thing we're going to do is we are going to look at a couple more part 3 questions. Okay, so this student, just in case you've forgotten, this student got a score of band 9 for her speaking for this test. And the reason she got a band 9, just to remind you, number 1, she doesn't make any mistakes. Number 2, she answers the questions clearly and simply. Okay, she communicates very well. Number 3, she sounds just like you would sound when you're talking to a friend or one of your family members, when you're in a cafe having a cup of coffee or something like that. She sounds very natural. She doesn't sound like a robot. She doesn't sound like she has practiced her answers. She doesn't sound like she is reading from a book. She sounds like she is speaking naturally, and that is how to get a good score. Remember, the Ielts test isn't just a test of English, it's a test of how well you can communicate. And being able to communicate well means being able to speak naturally and clearly and simply. Now, remember the structure for answering part 3 questions is A, E, E. A, E, E. Fu Kuang.
Yes.
Can you remember what A, E, E stands for?
I don't really remember it.
Okay, Leduk Ang. I see he has joined us. Oh, he's just gone away again. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
A, E, E. Can you remember what A, E, E stands for?
Answer, explain, and example. Yeah.
Very good. Very good, Chung Hu. Perfect. Answer, explain, example. Fu Kuang, do you remember now?
Yes.
Answer, explain, example. A, E, E. This is the structure for answering any part 3 question. You answer the question, you explain your answer, and you give an example if you can. And interestingly, this is also the same structure for writing part 2, the body paragraphs. Exactly the same structure. Answer, explain, example for each of those paragraphs. So if you can remember A, E, E, it will help you a lot. Le Dokang, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Le Dokang?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Thank you for joining us. Okay, everyone. So let's have a listen to how the student answers this question. Le Dokang.
Yes.
Can you read the question for me, please?
Do you think it's better to study for long periods of time or break up study time into shorter chunks?
Does that make sense to you, that question?
Yes.
Le Dokang. Okay. Chunks. Remember, chunk is just an informal word, means something like a piece, into pieces. So instead of studying for hours and hours, maybe divide your study time into shorter pieces or shorter periods of time. Which is better? Okay, let's have a listen to how the student answers this.
Time or break up study time into shorter chunks?
I would say shorter chunks. I'm also saying this understanding the era we are in now, where short form media has also influenced like how we consume information and what works best for us. So I think more than what should people do, it's what I feel would be most productive for them. And I think that maybe like having little breaks in between can be like kind of motivation. Okay, let me finish this chapter and then I'll have like a chocolate. So I think that would be really good.
Okay, let's have a listen to her answer again. All right, and just make sure we understand all the words that she is saying. Okay.
Or break up study time into shorter chunks?
I would say shorter chunks. I'm also saying this understanding the era we are in now.
Okay, first thing, a word maybe we are not too sure about. The era we are in now. What does that mean, Viet Tien?
I think it means like the year period we are in now.
It just means you are correct. Very good. Means just the period of time that we are in now, the era we are in now. This word here, it's pronounced era, E-R-A, E-R-A. Can you say that for me, please? Ding Lam? Ding Lam?
Yeah.
Era.
Era.
Good. Era. You have to pronounce the R. Era. It just means the time period we are in now. the 21st century, 2025. Okay, this is the time period, the era that we are in now. Okay, let's continue.
Short form media.
Okay, short form media. What does she mean by this, Huang Ang?
It means it's a type of media with like a little information, and
Okay.
it breaks into a lot of scenes.
Okay, can you give me an example of short form media?
I think it should be like the anime series I'm watching on YouTube, when it breaks onto 12 episodes, and yeah.
Yeah, and something like you are almost right, Wang Ang. She's talking about something like TikTok, okay? TikTok or Instagram, okay, where people just post short messages or short videos, okay? People are getting used to seeing things in small chunks, in small pieces, is what she is talking about.
Right. In that case, that should be
was-
working on YouTube too, because it also has YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, YouTube Shop. Yeah, YouTube can also have longer pieces as well, of course. So YouTube isn't just short form media, whereas something like TikTok is all about short form media. Do you agree, Huang Ang?
Right, I agree.
Okay. Okay, how we consume information. How we consume information. Fu Kwang,
Yes.
how we consume information. What does she mean by that? How we consume information.
I forgot how to explain it in English.
Okay, so this is what we are practicing. Okay, we are practicing. Well, first of all, we're practicing. We know what these words mean, but we're also practicing our paraphrasing when we are doing this. Consume information. Le dokang.
Yes,
What does consume information mean? She's talking
It's
about how we consume information.
it is how we wait, what?
Yes, how we.
We take in all the information.
Yeah, good. How we take in or learn. Okay, learn. Okay, is another way, is another synonym for that. Consume just means to take in or learn about things, information. Okay, so what she is saying is we are used to consuming information. We are used to learning things in short chunks because that is the way social media works these days. That's what she is saying. Does that make sense to you, Fu Kwang?
Yes.
Okay, so consume information just means to take in facts, take in things, learn things, consume. Okay, slightly more formal word, consume. Consume, by the way, also means to eat. Okay, you can consume food, consume rice. Okay, consume fur. You can talk about consuming with eating, but it also means just to take in something. So information, food, whatever, consume.
How we consume information and what works best for us. So I think more than what should people do, it's what I feel would be most productive for them. And I think that maybe like having little breaks in between can be like kind of motivation. Okay, let me finish this chapter and then I'll have like a chocolate. So I think that would be really good.
Do you think?
Okay, so what I want you to do for me now, I'm going to play this for you one more time, everyone. Then I want you to send me in chat, okay, a brief summary of what she is saying. Okay, I'm going to play it for you one more time so you can listen to it. Then I want you to summarize, just in one or two sentences, what her answer is to this question. So, does she think it's better to study for long periods of time or does she think it's better to break up study time into shorter chunks? Okay, I want you to send me, like I say, a summary of what her opinion is in 1 or 2 sentences. So I want you to send that to me in chat, but first I'm going to play this for you one more time so you can listen to her answer and then summarize it for me.
For long periods of time or break up study time into shorter chunks?
I would say shorter chunks. I'm also saying this understanding the era we are in now, where short form media has also influenced like how we consume information and what works best for us. So I think more than what should people do, it's what I feel would be most productive for them. And I think that maybe like having little breaks in between can be like kind of motivation. Okay, let me finish this chapter and then I'll have like a chocolate. So I think that would be really good.
Okay, so everyone, please send me in chat now, please. Okay, 1 or 2 sentences summarizing her point of view. Does she think it's better to study for a long period of time, or does she think it's better to break up study time into shorter chunks? Send me your summary now, please. Quang Ming, xin chào.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Quang Ming? Welcome to class.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what I want you to do?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so everyone, in chat, please. 1 or 2 sentences. I don't need for you to paraphrase everything she said. 1 or 2 sentences summarizing her point of view. Is it better to study for long periods or better to break it up into shorter chunks? Okay, thank you, Le Duc Ang. That is correct. Le Duc Ang.
Yes.
Okay, so the only thing you have done wrong is portion needs to have an S on the end. Okay?
Bye.
Okay, it has to be portions into smaller portions. Portions. It means pieces of study. Okay,
Yeah.
not just one study, of course. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good, Chung Hu. Just a couple of small mistakes. She thinks it depends. Needs an S on the end, okay?
Oh.
It depends on how they feel. Depends on how they feel. She thinks they should, that's better. Mostly she thinks. She thinks. So think also needs an S on the end. She thinks they should break study up into parts. Okay, Chung Hu?
All right. Let me
Mostly
repeat.
she thinks they should break study up into parts. Okay, so just missing a word there. Okay, good, Huang Ang. Good. Good English too, Huang Ang, no mistakes. Okay, that's better, Chung Hu. That's good. Okay, Quang Ming.
Yes.
Okay, Quang Ming. Just some grammar mistakes, okay? The younger generation should be, okay? The. Okay, young generation is a noun phrase. Remember, nouns always need an article. The young generation nowadays gets. So get needs an S on the end, all right?
Yeah.
Gets used to short form media. As a result, Okay. It requires to divide to consume. Okay. Information doesn't need an S. Okay. Information is both singular and plural without the S. To consume information easier. Okay, Guangming. The rest is fine. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Okay, just a couple of small grammar mistakes. Fast-paced era. Okay, P-A-C-E-D. Viet Tien, okay? Not past era.
I
Paced. P-A-C-E-D. Does that make sense?
Yes, the article
Yeah.
is messing up.
Yeah. Paced era. The thought. Okay.
Okay.
The thought of working, not in working. Should be of working is also different. Breaking the work time into short and again portions. Needs an S on the end. Okay, that has to be plural. Short portions. And adding a break in between can be like motivation. The rest is okay, Viet Tien. So just a couple of small grammar mistakes.
No problem.
Okay, and Fu Quang. All right, Fu Quang.
Yes.
Okay, again, just a couple of small grammar mistakes. Studying, all right?
Okay.
Studying for a long period. Okay, Fu Quang?
Okay.
Studying for a long period can cause headache is a noun, Fu Quang. Okay,
Yes.
so can cause a headache. Okay, remember nouns must have an article in front. Can cause a headache and stress. So I think, all right, breaking, you need to say breaking study up into shorter times. Breaking study up into shorter times. Okay, Fu Quang?
Okay.
So everyone has the right idea, that's good. But there are still quite a few grammar mistakes. That's why I'm correcting them for you. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, so you are not quite correct, Ding Lam. She thinks, okay, thinks must have an S on the end, okay? She thinks, okay? She thinks breaking up study time into short chunks is good, okay? Is the correct way. She doesn't think both of studying for a long period of time. Okay, that part doesn't make sense, Ding Lam. All right?
Okay.
She thinks breaking up study time into short chunks is good. That is correct, okay? And the next part of your sentence, it's important that we feel productive for them, doesn't quite make sense. The other thing she talked about, everyone, was maybe giving yourself some reward. No one has mentioned this so far. The other thing she talked about was maybe saying to yourself, okay, I'll finish this chapter first, and then I'll have a piece of chocolate as motivation. That's the other thing she talked about, which is quite a good idea. So you say to yourself, okay, I'll finish this chapter and then I'll give myself a piece of chocolate or some treat, okay, as a reward, as motivation for finishing the chapter. Hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay, going to ask you now all the same question. Same question. Do you think it's better to study for long periods of time or break up study into shorter chunks? And remember, you're trying to use the structure AEE. Answer, explain, example. Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think, Wang Ang?
About this question.
Yes.
I'm gonna use the time to the study time. I think that this depends on the reason why they are doing this and what they are about to face on. If it's prepare for a higher test exam like at the midterm or the final term, I think that would definitely be a good reason to sacrifice your laser time. But if it's a minor test such as the 15 minutes, I don't think that that would be deserved enough to take away the free time. Uh, for for me, I have once example. I once experienced this in my lifetime, and I am pretty regretful about the choice that I made. So I think this would be a great example for you to learn.
Okay. All right. That's good fluency, Wang Ang. Just one mistake, small mistake you made with pronunciation. It's pronounced leisure time. Leisure. Can you say that, please? Leisure.
Leisure.
Good. You said leisure. You said leisure. Okay. So it should be leisure, not
Okay.
leisure. Okay.
So
The rest was good.
the I was silence.
Yeah, that's right. So it's leisure time, leisure. You're correct. The I is silent. Okay. Again, that was good. Wang Ang. So again, just to summarize to everyone what she said, just to give you some ideas. Nok Ang, Chao Gon. Nok Ang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Nok Ang?
I'm fine. Thank you. And you?
Good. Welcome to class. Okay, so everyone, what she said was one, she thinks it's better to break up study into shorter chunks. Why? Because she says short form media these days, such as TikTok, has got everybody used to consuming information in small pieces. Okay, so people are used to doing things for short periods of time. That was one of her explanations. The other one, she said, was if you can reward yourself after a short period of time, for example, read one chapter, give yourself a piece of chocolate, it will motivate you to keep on studying rather than try to study for 1 hour. Okay, better to just maybe study for 10 minutes, stop, give yourself some treat. Okay, that was a summary of her point of view. So that just gives you some ideas of how you can answer this question. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Better to study for long periods of time or break it up into shorter chunks, Viet Tien?
In my opinion, I still prefer learning for a long period of time because I think when you have the flow in learning, you won't feel any bored from it, and you constantly keep learning for a very long time. But I still think that if you do that without any planning, you will be burning out and feel very like anxious. So you should do it in a like keeping it not too long to keep yourself cool down.
Okay, that's pretty good, Viet Tien. So you gave your answer, you gave your explanation. You could have given an example, maybe Viet Tien, okay? To think of some example for from what you do. For example, does that make sense? How you study. Okay, Viet Tien?
Maybe, I think.
Yeah, you could have thought of an example, how you study. Okay, and just one thing to correct with your grammar, you said feel any bored from it, feel any bored from it, which doesn't quite make sense. Get bored with it is what you should say. Viet Tien, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You can study for a long period of time without getting bored with it, is correct English. Not feel any bored from it, which is what you said. Thank you, Viet Tien. Chung Hu. Chung Hu, oi. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Ding Lam, is it better to study for long periods or break up study into smaller chunks?
In my opinion, I think studying for a long period of time is better with my because it had me keep my strength of thought and help me stay focused. Another is help me work more in infancy infancy. Yeah. And with break breaking up study time into short shots, I think it's pa- uh it's worse because I I would try and I can't stay focused with my homework in my homework and test. Thank you.
Okay, Ding Lam, that's pretty good. Ding Lam, all right. Especially the beginning. You started out very fluently, Ding Lam. Okay, just got a little bit lost towards the end, I feel. Okay, but you answered the question well, Ding Lam. That's good.
Thank you.
Okay, Nguyen.
Yeah, teacher.
Nguyen, what do you think? Is it better to study for long periods or break up your study time into smaller chunks?
Mm, mm, I think it's study for long periods is better because it one like stop the uh, flow of thinking and like I think it's more concentrate and
Okay, so
studying more efficiency.
so what you should be saying is it helps you concentrate more
Yeah,
is the correct way, okay? Studying for a longer period helps you focus and helps you concentrate more. Does
yeah,
that make sense, Nguyen?
yes, teacher.
Okay, that's how you say it. Okay, good. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
Okay, by the way, everyone, you all know the question I'm going to ask you. So those of you who have yet to speak, you've got plenty of time to prepare your answer for this. Fu Kwang, better to study for long periods or break up your study time? What do you think?
Studying in a long period, in my opinion, I think it can make you have a stress or a headache. So I think break up into a minute can help you focus more on what you study, and it help you reduce the stress.
Okay, Fu Kwang, can you think of an example
Mm,
for
For
your
ex-
for yourself?
for example, when you learn for 1 hour and you have to break for 10 minutes for it to get focused on what you study.
Okay, so you have the right idea, Fu Guang. What you need to say is something like this. For example, I find when I study for 1 hour and then I have a 10-minute break, that helps me concentrate better and I don't get too tired. Does that make sense, Fu Guang?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, that is the sort of example you need to give. So you were almost right, Fu Kuang. You just need to express it more clearly, okay? So I will say again, for example, I find that when I study for 1 hour and I have a 10-minute break, then I don't get too tired, and then I'm able to concentrate better when I return to my study. Okay, Fu Kuang?
Okay.
That's how you give an example. It doesn't have to be long. Quang Ming.
Yes.
Okay, better to study for long periods or break up your study time?
From my perspective, I would say that it depends on how hard the lectures and assessment are. On the one hand, I always study for a long period of time for some easy tasks and repetitive things, and I sometimes cooperate other activities like listening to music or podcasts. And I guess I say that it can make me feel less boring and keep me consistent to that task. However, on the other hand, some when it comes to some overwhelmed concepts or works that require so much logical thinking and critical ones and efforts such as mathematics, physics, or chemistry, or writing dissertations, I I see that it is much more productive and better to break the study time into pieces, because you can have the break in that times and you can have some reward like taking some piece of chocolate or candy for your reward, which can serve as a motivation. And when it comes to some definitely difficult ones, which can be seen often in math, I think that a small break can make me much more motivated and help me think in deeply so I can solve that task more easily. Yeah.
Okay, Quang Ming, that was excellent. Very good. Okay, just two questions for you, Quang Ming. What was the last sentence you said? There was one word I didn't understand. You said help me feel more what?
Help me feel more motivated and
Oh, motivated. Okay, good. All right. And you only had one mistake, Quang Ming. Okay, you said feel less boring. Okay, should be I feel less bored. Bored.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, not boring, okay? But yeah, only one small mistake. Very good, Kwang Ming. Good. Okay. Very fluent, Kwang Ming, okay? And you talk like you are talking to me very naturally. That's great. Very good. Leduk Ang,
Yes.
what do you think? Better to study for a long period or break up your study time?
If it's me, I did rather choose having a break. Uh, having a break is consider breaking up study time into smaller portions means you are giving treat for yourself. This also give your brain a chance to analyze and memorize the information you have consumed. And personally, I usually have a break, like have a break, break up. I mean, I break up study time into smaller portion because I cannot focus in a long period. And also, focusing in a long period makes me have a headache or some sort of like like uh get like distract and feel stressed.
Okay, Leduk Ang. Okay, so Leduk Ang, your information is great, all right? Your grammar is pretty good, Leduk Ang. Just your pauses are a bit too long, okay? All right, so you would not get a good mark for fluency. Does that make sense, Leduk Ang?
Yes.
What you are saying and mostly your grammar is all good. All right, very good. All right, but you are taking too long between your ideas. All right, so you just need to practice not stopping for so long. Does that make sense, Leduk Ang?
Yes.
So you were giving me some very good ideas. Very good, Ladokang, and good grammar. Okay, but then you would stop and then you would start again. Okay, so better not to stop for too long. All right, and you will improve much more. You will get a much better score. Okay, Ladokang?
Yes.
So your vocabulary is good, your grammar is good, your ideas are good. Just need to get more fluent, okay? So, which means speaking without stopping too much. Does that make sense? Ladokang.
Yes, okay.
Okay, good. Nok ang. Nok ang, oi. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better to study for a long period or break up your study time?
For a person who is to study in a long period like me, I would say we should break the study up into parts so that like we can learn things more easier and also can have enough sleep for a day and we can like learn a lot of things like multitasking. For example, I learned a bit of math, then a little bit of biology, something like that. So yeah, I think we should break them into parts instead of study for a long time. It's very exhausting. Yeah.
Okay, good, Chung Hu. That was pretty good. Okay, pretty fluent. And your grammar and vocabulary are pretty good too. So, everyone, the main thing to take out of this, number one, don't worry if you make some small mistake with a word. That's not so important. Okay? Yes, I am correcting your vocabulary mistakes. But if you make a mistake like that when you have the test, you won't lose too many marks. Okay, so don't worry about that. The main things to concentrate on are one, your ideas, of course. You need to have some good ideas and your fluency. So the main thing that is stopping some of you getting a higher score is that you are pausing too much in between your ideas. It's fine to pause a little bit, just like in a normal conversation, but not to pause for 2-3 seconds. That is too long. So when you are practicing doing this, just practice speaking without stopping too much, just like you would if you were talking to a friend or someone in your family. Okay, normally you can speak to them in complete sentences without stopping too much. That is what you are aiming for. Are there any questions about any of that? Okay, I'm going to play this for you just one more time, just to remind you of some of the vocabulary that you should be able to add to your vocabulary list.
Time. Do you think it's better to study for long periods of time or break up study time into shorter chunks?
Okay, so this word here, some of you might not be familiar with. Chunks just means pieces, shorter pieces, okay, shorter periods, chunks. It's an informal word.
I would say shorter chunks. I'm also saying this understanding the era we are in now.
The era we are in now just means the time we are in now, you know, the time period we are in now. For example, we are in the 21st century. We are in the year 2025, okay? We are in the era of short form videos, TikTok, Instagram, okay? This word era just means the time period we are in now. So era, again, useful word.
where short form media,
TikTok, Instagram. I'm sure you can think of a few examples. Some short YouTube videos like Huang Ang was talking about.
has also influenced like how we consume information and
how we consume information, how we get things, how we learn things, consume information.
Works best for us. So I think more than what should people do, it's what I feel would be most productive for them. And
okay, she's saying people should do what feels most productive for them. What feels most productive for them? What feels best for them? Most productive means that's when you work most efficiently. If you are productive, then you are working very well, very efficiently. Studying very well, for example.
I think that maybe like having little breaks in between can be like kind of motivation. Okay, let me finish this chapter and then I'll have like a chocolate. So I think that would be really good.
Okay, and again, you can see she is making small pauses, very small pauses, but she's still fluent because she doesn't stop for very long. She has a very small pause and then continues with her next idea. Very natural, and that's why she got a score of 9 for this. So before we finish this, are there any questions? Any questions? Nok Ang, are you back yet?
Yeah.
Okay, Nok Ang, would you like to try answer the question, Nok Ang? Is it better to study for long periods or break up your study time into shorter chunks?
I think it's better to have a chunk after the study, because I think after study for a university, I would like to have a break time for relax.
Needs to be a little bit longer, Nok Ang, okay? You need to have a break time for relaxing, okay? Any other reason?
I think when I study very much, I cannot concentrate very well with the exercise. So I need to have some break.
Good. Okay, that's good. Now you have 2 reasons. That's better, Nok Ang. All right. Now, to make your answer even better, remember AEE. Nok Ang, answer, explain, example. So you've answered the question. You've given a couple of explanations. Can you think of any example for yourself, Nok Ang? How do you study?
Next week I will have the test, so I need to practice for that. But I said before, I cannot concentrate very much when I study for a long time, so I need to both study and entertainment for a short time, and then I can study more.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad, Nok Ang. Here is a better way of saying it. For example, for me, I find I cannot study for a long time. I can study for a short time, and then I need to have a break and have some entertainment. Otherwise, I will get a little bit stressed and lose concentration. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you give an example. Remember, example doesn't have to be long, only one sentence. Only one sentence, but it's quite very useful to give an example. Any questions, Nok Ang?
No, I haven't.
Okay, good. All right, everyone, we'll do more of this next week. Right, on to writing part 2 for the rest of this lesson. Again, as I was saying at the beginning of the lesson, when I come to Hanoi in a few weeks, one of the things I'm going to be working with you on is teaching you how you can teach yourself. Okay, that is a very powerful thing to be able to do. Bak Ha and myself, we can't be with you every day. All right, so you need to be able to motivate and learn yourself. That way you will learn much faster if you can do it without us. So that is one of the reasons why I'm focusing now on analyzing other students' essays. Once you learn how to analyze other students' essays, then you can apply those lessons to your own writing. Okay, so studying other students' essays will help you improve your own writing skills. Okay, so this is an essay we looked at last week. I'm just going to review it very quickly for you now. Huang Ang.
Yeah,
Can you see the essay on your screen, by the way?
yeah, I can see it clearly.
Great, good. Okay, make it a little bit bigger for those of you who might have a little bit of trouble seeing it. Okay, everyone should be able to see it now. Okay, so first of all, looking at the structure of this essay. By the way, Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Yes, this essay, what sort of essay is it, Ding Lam? What sort?
The essay is advantage and disadvantage
Is
essay.
correct. Very good, Ding Lan. This is an advantage-disadvantage essay. Okay. So the first thing you can see here, it has 4 paragraphs, which is the correct structure. Okay? 4 paragraphs. Introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and of course, the conclusion. Okay? 4 paragraphs, which is the correct structure. All your essays, Part 2 essays, need 4 paragraphs. Actually, Part 1 as well also has 4 paragraphs. Introduction. First sentence of an introduction is always a paraphrase. We know this now. It's always a paraphrase. It's always a paraphrase of this, which is called the thesis statement. You always paraphrase the thesis statement. You can see how this student has paraphrased the statement. Instead of there's an increasing trend around the world, they've said an increasing number of married couples around the world. Instead of saying deciding not to have children, nok ang.
Yeah.
Instead of saying deciding not to have children, what has the student written? How have they paraphrased this?
Deciding not to have children.
Yeah, deciding not to have children. What is the paraphrase in this essay? How has the student who wrote this essay, how have they paraphrased?
Childless.
Correct. Choosing to remain childless means the same. Okay? They've just used different words. Deciding not to have children, choosing to remain childless means exactly the same. So you can see how they've done their paraphrase. Then the next thing you do in your introduction, okay, is to give a summary of the ideas you are going to be discussing in your essay. Okay? It says here, discuss the advantages and disadvantages. These are both plural, so it means you need 2 ideas for each one. If it just said discuss the advantage and disadvantage, okay, that is not plural. You would only need 1 idea, 1 advantage, 1 disadvantage. But because it says advantages and disadvantages, means you must have at least 2 ideas for each. Okay, and here is a summary of their ideas. The main benefits of not having a child, they can focus on their careers and have more time for themselves. Those are the two advantages this student has written about. And the two disadvantages this student has written about, Viet Tien.
Yes.
What are the two disadvantages?
They could not fit into their peer group and have no one to look after them when they get old.
Correct. Okay. So you can see here in their introduction, they have two advantages, two disadvantages. They are following the instructions exactly. Okay. And this is what you need to put in your introduction, the summary of your ideas. Then because this is an advantages, disadvantages essay, you know that your first body paragraph is going to be about what, Chung Hu? What is your first body paragraph going to discuss in an advantages, disadvantages essay?
I think it's like explaining.
It's going to discuss advantages, everyone. Okay? Advantage, disadvantage essay, you know that your first body paragraph is going to be about advantages. Your second body paragraph is going to be about disadvantages. All right? This is the structure you must follow if you're going to get a good mark. Okay. So what the student has done, okay, is they've taken their idea that they've got in the introduction and all they have done is written it again. Okay, same idea, but they use that as the first sentence of their first body paragraph. Very simple. They take this, okay, and put it here. So they answer the question, then they explain. Just one sentence explaining is all they need. So as they said in the introduction, the first main benefit for childless couples, they can focus on their careers. This is because they have less responsibility and distractions in their life. Okay? They explain their answer. Next one. Okay? The next advantage. Okay? They have more spare time. More time for themselves. All right? They have just paraphrased this idea into their body paragraph. Okay? Then they've explained it. Looking after a child is a full-time job. Okay? People who don't have children have more free time. Very simple ideas. Okay? And as you can see, very simple vocabulary. There are no complicated words here. And then, of course, they give an example. So as I hope you remember, the structure for a body paragraph is always your topic sentence and explain. And in this case, because they need to write about two advantages, they have one topic sentence, one explanation, another topic sentence, another explanation, and an example. So they are following the structure very well. Second body paragraph. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, the second body paragraph is all about what? Ding Lam?
Second body paragraph is about disadvantages.
Is correct. Okay. First body paragraph was about advantages. Second body paragraph is all about disadvantages. And the same structure. Okay. Topic sentence. Explanation. Okay. Topic sentence. Okay. Explanation. And they finish, as always, with an example. The last paragraph, as we know, a conclusion. You always start off your conclusion with these words. In conclusion. Okay, that's all you have to remember. Your last conclusion paragraph always started with these words. Very simple, will help you get a good mark. In conclusion. And all they do is summarize the ideas that they had in their introduction. They've just paraphrased them again. That's all they've done. That's why I think this essay got at least an 8. It follows the structure exactly. Let's look at another essay. Fu Quang.
Yeah.
Fu Quang, can you read the essay topic, please?
In many professional sports, there is an increase in the number of athletes using many substances to improve their performance. What are the causes of this problem, and what are some possible solutions?
Good. So, what sort of essay is this, Fu Quang?
Can you repeat it?
Yeah, what sort of essay is this? Remember, there are 5 different sorts of essays. You should know this by now. There are 5 different sorts of essay. What sort is this? The last essay we looked at was an advantage-disadvantage essay. What essay is this?
Problem and solution.
Correct. This is a problem and solution essay. Very simple. So you know straight away, le doc ang.
Yes.
So straight away, looking at this, you know your first body paragraph is going to be about what, Fu Quang?
Fu Quang or Le Duc Anh?
Sorry, Fu Quang, I didn't hear.
Yes. Can you repeat
sorry,
it?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I meant Le Doc Ang. Sorry, Fu Quang. Le Doc Ang.
Yes.
Yeah, the first body paragraph is going to be about what?
First body paragraph. So, the cause, what? Main cause of this problem.
Correct. And the second body paragraph is going to be about what?
Solution.
Correct. Okay. Again, none of this is difficult, everyone, but you need to do it correctly. So, you know, in a problem solution essay, your first body paragraph is always going to be about the causes of the problem. Second body paragraph is going to be about a solution. Just as in advantages, disadvantages essay, first body paragraph is going to be about advantages, second body paragraph, disadvantages. Okay. Very simple. But you need to remember this so you can do it easily when it comes to the test. Okay, again, you can see this essay has followed the structure. 4 paragraphs. Introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, conclusion. 4 paragraphs. Okay, first paragraph, introduction. First sentence of the first paragraph is Quang Ming?
Yes.
What is the first sentence of the first paragraph always?
The paraphrase.
Is a paraphrase. Okay. All right. And again, you can see how this student has paraphrased this. Okay. It is becoming commonplace for athletes to abuse prohibited substances to boost their overall performance. Okay, means the same as this. Okay, and then because this says causes, you know that you have to come up with 2 causes. Because this is plural causes, you know you must have 2 causes, not 1. You know you have to come up with 2. Because this says solutions, you know you have to have 2 solutions. All right? Okay. This or these are the two causes that this student has thought of. These maybe are a couple of words you haven't come across before. When you are analyzing an essay, okay, one of the things you need to do is go through the essay and look for words that you are unfamiliar with. And if you are not sure, look them up. Stiff competition is a collocation, which means nok ang.
Yeah.
Stiff competition. What do you think that means? Nok ang? Stiff competition.
Like the
This is a collocation, everyone, by the way, which means these two words go together. Stiff competition.
I don't know.
You're not sure? That's fine, Nok Ang. Okay? It's fine not to know. Don't worry. This is why you are here, to learn these things. Huang Ang.
Does this mean like the underground competition, something like that?
Not underground. No, stiff competition just means it's almost informal. It just means something that is very competitive. Okay?
Oh, okay.
If you face stiff competition to get into your favorite university, it just means it's very competitive. Does that make sense? It means there are a lot of people who want the same thing. Does that make sense, Wang Ang?
Oh, it does.
Stiff competition. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Stiff competition. Does that make sense now? Nok Ang? It just means stiff competition, just means something that is very competitive, that a lot of people want to win. Okay?
Yes.
So for example, if you want to win, do you have a favorite sport, Nok Ang?
I don't have any.
Okay. All right. Let's say you are a basketball player. Okay, Nok Ang?
Yeah.
Okay, and you want to win a gold medal at the Olympics. Okay?
Yes.
There are a lot of people who want to win the gold medal at the Olympics for basketball. So the competition to win is very stiff. All right? It just means that it is very difficult. A lot of people want to do this. Stiff competition just means it's very competitive. Does that make sense, Nok Ang?
Yes.
Okay? This is the collocation. Like I say, some of you might not have heard before, and that's fine. You've heard it now. I'll send it to you in chat. Stiff competition just means something that is very competitive. A lot of people want to win. Like I say, for example, you might have a favorite university that you want to get into in a few years' time. Okay? Often you will face stiff competition to get into that university, which means a lot of other people, a lot of other students want to go to this university as well, but not everybody can. Okay. Stiff competition is one of the causes of the problem of athletes using banned substances. Banned substances. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Okay. The next one, The next cause they put in, lax testing systems. Do you know what that means? Lax testing systems.
A weak testing system.
Yeah, a lax testing system.
It means like
Any idea?
reckless testing system.
Almost,
Reckless.
not reckless. I'll send everyone the answer to this. Okay, I'm just going to send you in chat, everyone. Okay, you should be able to see in chat what these terms mean. Stiff competition means something that is very competitive. A lot of people want to win, whatever it is. Lax, Viettian, can you see what I've written?
You written that lax is not very tough or very strict.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, something that is lax, L-A-X, means something that is not tough or not strict. Usually goes together with a word like rules or testing. Okay, lax rules. If I said the traffic rules in Hanoi are very lax, it means the traffic rules are not very strict, not very tough. People in the street can do what they like. Okay? Lax just means not tough, not strict. So lax testing system means a testing system that's not very strong, not very strict, not very tough. People can do what they like. Okay, getting back to our essay. Stiff competition, lax testing systems are two of the main causes of the problem of athletes taking banned substances. That's according to this student. And then they have their two solutions. What are the two solutions? Fu Kwang.
Yes.
What are the two solutions this student has suggested?
Imposing heavier punishment on offenders and having stricter testing procedure.
Okay, this word here is procedures. Can you say that, please, Fu Kwang?
Procedures.
Good. Procedures. Procedures. Procedures just means rules or systems. Okay, rules or systems. Procedures. Procedures. Okay. Fu Kwang, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so this student has said the most suitable solutions, heavier punishments and having stricter testing procedures or systems or rules. Okay, so again, paraphrase, and then they put their ideas into their introduction. There are two ideas about problems. What are the causes? There are two ideas about solutions. All right. Then topic sentence. Main cause of the problem is the fierce competition that exists in any sports. Okay. Then they explain it. One sentence explaining it. Next topic sentence. Okay, talking about the next cause of the problem. Okay, next explanation. And then, of course, they finish the paragraph with an example. Body paragraph number 2, looking at solutions. First solution topic sentence. Explanation. Second solution topic sentence about testing more frequently. Okay, and an example. And finally, of course, conclusion. Conclusion, as I said before, always begins with these words. In conclusion. So, these are the things. I'm going to send this to you in chat. When you are studying an essay online, okay, if you go to somewhere like Ielts Advantage, okay, or the British Council to look for examples of writing task 2, okay, these are the sort of things that you need to look at when you are analyzing the essay. And the reason you do this is so then you can apply these things to your own writing. Okay, so you should be able to see what I've sent you in chat. Nok Ang, can you see what I've sent you in chat?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. All right, so when you are analyzing any essay that you look at online, and to improve your writing, you should be looking at essays other students have written, all right? These are the things you need to be looking for. Read the paraphrase sentence, okay? See how they have paraphrased. See how they have paraphrased the question prompt, okay? What is their opinion? If it's an opinion essay, or they have been asked for an opinion, have they given an opinion? All right. What is topic sentence 1 and topic sentence 2? What is the structure of each body paragraph? How have they used linking words? If you are not sure about linking words, please look it up. You know what linking words are. They are words like moreover, however, because. Okay, these are all linking words. There are a lot of them. Have they used them correctly? Look for grammar mistakes in the essay. You can still get a good score and make some grammar mistakes, okay? So you will see essays that have got a score of band 7 and band 8 that still have some grammar mistakes. But obviously, you don't want to make any mistakes if you can help it. So when you are reading essays online, look to see if you can identify any grammar mistakes so you can learn from them. Vocabulary. Are there any words or phrases you are not familiar with? If so, look them up, okay, and learn them. So, phrases such as stiff competition, what does that mean? Lax testing systems, what does that mean? Okay, if these phrases or words are new to you, look them up to add them to your vocabulary. This is how you improve. Are there any questions, anyone, about that? Okay. Or we've only got 10 minutes left for the lesson. What I want you to do for these last 10 minutes, everyone, is sending you the topic in chat now. I want you to write an introduction to this essay topic for me now in chat. Hoàng Anh,
Yeah.
what sort of essay is this? What sort?
This is opinion essay.
Is correct. Everyone, this is an opinion essay because it says, do you agree or do you disagree? So you know when you see those words, agree, disagree, straight away it's an opinion essay. All right? Remember, with an opinion essay, you only choose one side. Do you agree or do you disagree? So remember, in an opinion essay, you never write about both sides, just one side. So that means both your body paragraphs will be about either agree or disagree, depending on what side you have chosen. So you are writing me an introduction. As we know, the first sentence of the introduction is a paraphrase of the thesis statement. So that is the first thing you need to do. Paraphrase the thesis statement. Then you need to say whether you agree or disagree because. And you need to give 2 reasons, one for each body paragraph. So each of your reasons is going to be the topic sentence for your 2 body paragraphs. I hope that makes sense. Fu Kwang,
Yes.
does this make sense to you?
Okay. Yeah.
What I want you to do, paraphrase is going to be your first sentence. Then you need to agree or disagree and write 2 reasons why. And these 2 reasons are going to be the topic sentences of your next 2 paragraphs. Ding Lam, does that make sense to you?
Yes, I make sense.
Good. All right, everyone. So, as quickly as you can, please. So, paraphrase the thesis statement, choose a side, choose agree or disagree, and give me 2 reasons. Send those to me now in chat. So remember with your paraphrase, everyone, you can use synonyms, okay? And you can also rewrite the entire sentence. You can change the structure of the sentence. You can change the types of words. Or like I say, you can just use synonyms. The best sort of paraphrase uses a mixture of those.
Teacher, your share screen disappeared.
Yep.
I forgot.
That's fine. You should just be looking at what I've sent you in chat. Can you see what I've sent you in chat?
Yes. I thought
Okay.
it only appeared in the share screen.
Yeah, it should be in chat as well, but thank you for telling me. Okay, Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Okay, very fast, Huang Ang. That's good. All right. Some say, just checking, Huang Ang, on this. It's believed is not quite the same as some people think, okay? It would be better to say something like, some people argue, okay? Some people believe. Because not everyone believes this. If you say it's believed, makes it sound like everyone thinks this. Does that make sense, Wang Ang?
Right.
So you need to say some people believe, some people argue, some people think. If you say it's believed, makes it sound like everyone thinks that, whereas that's not what the question prompt says. I hope that makes sense, Wang Ang. So the question prompt says some say. It doesn't say everyone says. Okay? And looking attraction, Huang Ang.
Yeah.
Attraction, not quite the right word. Do you know what the word should be? It is almost right, but not quite. It does begin with ATT, Huang Ang. I do agree that those lessons deserve the same attraction as others. Not attraction, but what should it be, Huang Ang?
I couldn't remember.
AT still begins with ATT. Attraction is not the right word, though. What is the right word, which begins with ATT? Do you want another clue, Huang Ang?
Yeah, probably we need that.
Okay. ATTE, Huang Ang. ATTEN, Huang Ang.
Attention. All right.
Correct. Attention. Okay. They deserve the same attention as others, is the correct word, okay? Not attraction. Attraction means something different, of course. Deserve the same attention as others. But the reasons are fine. Okay, anyone else? Just quickly, we will finish in a couple of minutes. Okay, Huang Ming.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it's pretty good, Huang Ming. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's missing, Kwang Ming, and we can do this next week, is your opinion, okay? And what side, do you agree or disagree, by the way, Kwang Ming? What do you think? What do you think, Kwang Ming? Just tell me. Don't need to write it. Just tell me. What do you think?
I agree with the statement.
Okay, so you agree that arts subjects are just as important?
Yeah, because
okay.
Because of the numerous benefits, such as
Such
encouraging
as?
children to take up new hobby,
Yep. And
it can support other subjects at school as well.
Okay, that's fine, Kwang Ming. Good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's all I needed. Thank you, Kwang Ming. Okay. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, Ding Lam. So what you have done, not quite right. So first of all, you need just to paraphrase, okay?
Okay.
You've given me the reasons, but you haven't given me remember the first sentence must be a paraphrase of the thesis statement. Okay, so you've given me your reasons, but you haven't done the paraphrase. Okay, Ding Lam?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, again, we will need to look at this next week. All right, who else haven't I got? Fu Kwang.
Yes.
Okay, some people believe music, art, and drama are as crucial. Okay, needs the preposition as in there. Okay?
Okay.
Are as crucial as other school subjects. Okay, I disagree with this because there are two reasons. Okay, Fu Kwang?
Okay.
Must have an S on the end. Two reasons. Okay, rest of that's fine, Fu Kwang. Thank you. All right, I'm just checking everyone's and then we will finish. Okay, Ledukang.
Yes.
Okay, some people argue art-related subjects. Ledukang, plural, okay? Subjects are as crucial as other school subjects. I think it's important since there are jobs and some people following an art-related career. Okay, that's one reason the Dokang need another one as well. Of course, we'll do that next week.
Okay.
Viet Tien.
Yes.
To some people's minds, artistic subjects are not so essential. Okay, essential without the S. Okay, artistic subjects are not so essential. Okay, Viet Tien? As other classes, especially in primary school. To some extent, I totally disagree. Okay, the rest of that is fine, Viet Tien. Good. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people argue music and drama are very important, like other subjects, especially at the primary school level. Okay. I hear this topic. Okay, that's fine, Chung Hu. Just a couple of grammar mistakes. Remember when you say I agree, I needs to be capital I, okay? Has to be a uppercase I, not a lowercase I. Make sense, Chung Hu? Nok Ang.
Yes.
Some people believe music, art, and drama are essential. Primary school level. I completely agree with that. Okay, that's pretty good, Nok Ang. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, that's the end of the lesson for today. Thank you for coming to class. We will continue with this next week. Are there any questions before we finish?